Hi friends, this is Iqra. Welcome to my channel. In this video I will elaborate evidence of geology in Quran, so let's start. 1. Coal. 1400 years ago Arabs burned wood for fire, however they didn't know about stones that burn. Coal is a combustible rock, however it was not known to Arabs 1400 years ago. But combustible rocks is portrayed in the Quran. Quran says in chapter 2 and verse 24, but if you do not and you will not, then beware the fire whose fuel is people and stones, prepared for the disbelievers. 2. Minerals. Different minerals have different colors. But it is very rare to see the same mountain streaked with different colors. This image is in Peru. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1400 years before it was discovered. Quran says in chapter 35 and verse 27, have you not seen that Allah sends down water from the sky? With it we produce fruits of various colors. And in the mountains are streaks of white and red, varying in their hue and pitch black. Mountains with streaked colors. 3. Landslides. 1400 years ago Arabs knew that sand dunes can cave in beneath them, however nobody knew that rocky mountains can cave in as well. Landslides can occur even in rocky mountains. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1400 years before it was discovered. Quran says in chapter 17 and verse 68, are you confident that he will not cause side of land to cave in beneath you? Or unleash a tornado against you? And then you find. 4. Mountains. The highest point on earth is in the Himalayas at Mount Everest, 8.8 kilometers high. It turned out that this mountain has roots about 250 kilometers deep. Moby rise. Mountains have roots. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1400 years before it was discovered. Quran says in chapter 78 and verse 7, in the mountains is pegs. Pegs are used to fix tents. They have some parts above ground and other parts below ground. So the Quran correctly claims that mountains have parts below ground. 5. Earth. 1400 years ago people thought that earth was flat and static. Today we know this is false. Earth is a rotating sphere. The Quran says that when the night and the day overlap, they make a ball or sphere. Quran says in chapter 39 and verse 5, Allah created the heavens and the earth in truth. He overlaps the night over the day and overlaps the day over the night, and enslaved the sun and the moon. All move to a pre-recorded destiny. Is he not the exalted, the forgiver? 6. PUMICE. The Quran portrays birds carrying pumice for long distances and hitting the enemy. Skeptics claim that whoever wrote the Quran made a mistake. Those stones are too heavy to be carried by the birds. Today geologists confirm that pumice is so light that it can even float on water. The density of this pumice stone is so low at 0.25 cc. This stone literally floats on water. Quran says in chapter 105 and verse 4 to 5, he sent against them swarms of birds, throwing at them rocks of pumice. 7. Sinkhole. Sinkholes can suddenly swallow buildings. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1400 years before it was discovered. Quran says in chapter 28 and verse 81, so we collapsed the earth beneath him and his house. He had no company to save him from Allah, and he could not defend himself. 8. Volcano. Prediction of volcanic activity. Seismic activity, earthquakes and tremors, always occurs as volcanoes awaken and prepare to erupt, and are a very important link to eruptions. Earth brings out its loads by volcanic eruptions. In the Quran earthquakes precede volcanic eruptions. Quran says in chapter 99 and verse 1 to 2, if the earth is shaken with its quake, if the earth brings out its loads. 9. Aftershock. In earthquakes most of the energy is released by the main shocks. First quake. The rest of the energy is released by the following weaker aftershocks that may or may not be felt by humans. Main shocks are followed by the much weaker aftershocks. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1400 years before it was discovered. Quran says in chapter 79 and verse 6, on the day when the earthquake shakes, followed by the successor. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.